Welcome back to Whitt Acres. It's only February, but I'm ready to get my growing season started. So today, we're planting out the cold frame. I built a cold frame here a couple years ago, even before the pond was in. I built a pond around the cold frame because I do have plans to use this cold frame. I just haven't been able to use it up until its potential yet. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying. So today we're going to be sowing a bunch of seeds into this bed so I can have some salad greens ready before anything else would be ready outside. It's not too bad in here, but I do want to finish cleaning it out, get the rest of those onion bulbs out of there and any of those seeds that are lying around on the bottom. Then I need to go get a wheelbarrow load of compost brought down here so I can make a nice area to sow some seeds. I have quite some time before I will be able to grow anything outside, so it'll be nice to have some things started. I have a lot of weeds growing up through here, so I'm going to try and get this as clean as possible before I sow any new seeds in here. This is a mushroom compost from a local nursery, and it is a very good seed starting base. I grow all of my seeds from this. I usually sift it down into a finer soil so I don't have a lot of the bark and the wood chips in it. But for this aspect, in the cold frame, I think I'm going to be okay just sprinkling the seeds through. But whenever I use it in actual seed plug trays, I would like to sift it so I don't have any large bits of wood. But with it being a large bed like this, I'm not too worried about that. It's looking like a very inviting soil for my seeds right now. As for what I'll be planting, I want to keep it simple and probably just plant a few things just to give me an early taste of spring. So I have a few things picked out here from just leftover seeds from previous years. I'm going to go with, I'm dropping them. Flavor King bunching onions, cherry bale radishes, and then I have a medley of different lettuces. I have iceberg, Amish deer tongue, black seeded Simpson lettuce, and a tango red leaf lettuce, just to get a medley of greens in the box. Whoa, puppy, don't be kicking my seeds, puppy. Puppy likes to come in and hunt the minnows in this area. We'll see if he can get any on Puppy. You got little minnows in there. I'm going to be planting these. They're all going to be pretty simple. I'm just going to sprinkle the lettuce seeds all across the top of the bed and maybe rough them in a little bit. You don't want to plant lettuce seeds too deep. They're a very small seed and they don't have energy to push the soil up off the top of them. Radish seeds will go about a 1/4 inch into the ground, and the onion seeds as well be a 1/4 inch. I will be sowing these radishes in a succession sow, so they'll be multi-sown in a row. And I'll also be sowing the onions as a multi-sow. I'll be sowing those in groups of about 5 or 6, and then the radishes in a complete row, multi-sown. So I'm gonna try and get this done before the sun goes down, and I gotta close the barn. My cold frame has a slanted roof, so I'm gonna put the lettuces up front, then the onions, because they have a little spindly greens, so they're not gonna block too much sunlight. And then I'll put the radishes along the back, because they can get pretty bushy if you don't harvest them right away. And I do want to get some of the greens off of the radishes as well. So we're going to start from the back to the front and get the radishes in first. For the radishes, I'm just going to make a slight trough, kind of a ditch that runs across the whole back side of this. Just nice and open like that. And then I'm going to sprinkle the radishes along that rail. I'm going to use the cherry bell radishes because they're just a nice classic radish. Nothing too fancy to get the season started, but a nice classic radish that we all know and love. I'm just going to sprinkle them nice and tight in there, just probably about an inch spacing at most. Trying to use my whole pack here. It's not a full pack, but it's probably half a pack. We're going to get them all in there. Radishes you can succession sow probably every week, and you'll be able to have nice fresh radishes. I'm going to get these started, and probably once they pop out of the ground, I'll put a row right in front of them and get another row started. We're just going to backfill that ridge there. Make sure to settle them into the soil nice and firm. You always want the seed making contact with the soil so it can suck the moisture out of there. Next we will do the onions. So I put a group of onion seeds here in my hand so I can easily see how many I have. I'm going to come in the front here and just make holes with my fingers about 4 to 6 inches apart, going all the way down, leaving that second row for the succession sow of radishes. I'm going to come down here like that, and then I'm going to try and grab 4 to 6 and drop them in each hole. Those holes might be a little deep. I don't need them super deep. You only want them about a quarter inch underneath the top of the soil. Okay, we'll get them all in there, and just like the radishes, pack them all nice and firm. I will not be thinning those onions either. I'm going to let them grow together, and then I'm going to be pulling out the biggest ones, using them, and letting the smaller ones keep growing in place. Now let's get to the lettuces. This one's going to be real easy. This is iceberg lettuce. We're just going to shake it out as evenly across the bed here as we can. I'm going to probably just do this whole front corner iceberg lettuce. It'll be nice. I will be getting some baby birds here in the spring, so these fresh greens are going to be great for the baby birds to be able to come in here and just pick out some. This is the Amish deer tongue lettuce. I'm going to intermix with the iceberg lettuce here. Okay, and then we have black seeded Simpson lettuce that holds up to the heat a lot better than a lot of other lettuces, so it will do nicely in this cold frame, maybe last longer than some of the iceberg. Same method, we're just going to sprinkle this right across the top, nice and thick but even. Use that whole packet over there. And then the last one's going to be Tango red leaf lettuce, just for a little bit of color. It's always nice to have color around. Get some reds, some greens, and I'll just take that all the way across, maybe, and put a couple in here to blend the whole bed together. All right, there ain't that much more in there. We'll just spread it all out. I'm gonna have to go back to my gardener and get some more. So yes, that is a sown bed that's going to be looking good here in a few weeks, hopefully. I'm going to take my watering can now and give it a nice watering, shut the lid, and hope for the best. And we got the cold frame sown before the sunset. That is the project I wanted to get done today, so I'm glad to get that done. If you want to see some more gardening projects, make sure to subscribe down below. Check out all my other channels. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.